Okay, this is how you're going to work in Simnet, and so let's work through the process here. You can come to your Blackboard and come on down to web links, and there should be one that says Simnet link, and that's what you want to click. If you want to write down the address for it, it's https, make sure you notice the S there, //kishwaukee.simnetonline.com. You could write that down somewhere because that's probably a good thing to have. So we're going to click on the Simnet link. Oops. How about if I actually go there? Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. In the first time you log in, you're going to want to use your, you're going to have that Simnet card, so you're going to use I have a registration code. If you bought your book online and you don't have a Simnet card, then you're going to want to click I want to buy online now. So I'm going to click first, I have a registration code, so I'm going to click here. And so it says, do you attend? And you say yes. And then it says, do you have a Simnet online username? And you're going to say no. And then next. And then you have to sign away your firstborn for them. And then say yes. And so this is where you're going to look up for the name of your class. Now, if you're in OS 133 or CIS 133, that is Excel spreadsheets, you want to choose either 5001 if you're in the in-classroom, or 5002 if you're online, or if you're in Access database, you only have one here to choose, but make sure you're choosing the one that says spring and 2003 and then your correct section number. So let's just say I was choosing this one now. I'm going to go ahead and click next. And then this is where you put in your registration code. Let's say you're waiting for financial aid and you haven't gotten it through and there's no way you can purchase it. You can have an active 21-day free trial. The only problem with this is that your grades will not be entered until you purchase a registration code. So let me know that that's the way you have to go for now, so that I know that your grades are coming in a little bit later, but still continue to do your work online. There's no excuse for not doing it. You have 3 weeks to get that done. So once you put in your registration code, then it's going to ask you to put in some login information. Since I don't have a registration code, I can't really do this, so I'm just going to click this now just so you could see what goes next. You're putting in your login information and passwords. Make sure you save this. Your student ID isn't important. You could just put 0001 in there if you want. That's okay with me. And then make sure you put in your email address. Once you're finished, you click next, and you'll be finished. So I'm going to go ahead and log in again the way we would normally do it. So I'm going to click X here and log in again. And so once you have your username and password, we're going to log in. So M. Whitman. All right, and then we're going to look at this like a student. Okay, so when I'm in as a student, right now I'm logged in as an Excel student, but this works for whether you're Excel or you're in Access. You'll notice the tabs going across the top. One says Assignments, one says Gradebook. Right now we're in the Assignments area. That's the important area. Notice then we also have another set of tabs here at the top. So we have exams, lessons, SimPads, projects, and that going across. Okay, so if you're in Excel, and I'll show you something for Access in a few minutes, but pay attention anyway because it's important. The first thing you need to do is Lesson 1 in Excel. So let's just take a look at it. You click on Lesson 1, so make sure you click on Lessons, Lesson 1, and then you click on Take Lesson. It takes a few minutes because it's building a complete simulation. Even though this just takes a few minutes, sometimes you can be a little impatient, but Actually, you know, it's building a whole lesson for you, so give it a couple seconds. You click begin lesson, and then you have this area. These are your lessons, and notice all the stuff down the left side. This is lesson 1. So right now you're on Introduction to Excel 2010. You'll also notice you have 3 tabs here at the top. Teach Me is a text-based way of reading what this lesson is. Show Me gives you a video of what just happened in Teach Me. So you can click the start, and it has a little video that goes on showing you everything that they just talked about in Teach Me. But it's a way of listening, and it's showing you what it's talking about. Once you've finished Teach Me and Show Me, you're going to click on Let Me Try. So you click on Let Me Try. Now when you do Let Me Try, this is the part that actually gets recorded that shows me that you did this lesson. So what it is it says here, click the formula bar. So I'm going to come up and click the formula bar. See how it says correct? Now I'm going to click again to advance to the next step. Now it says click the status bar. I click the status bar. Correct? Now it says click cell B5. B5. Correct? Now you're doing this lesson after you've read the lesson in the chapter, so you should be familiar with what this is talking about. Click column E. Let's do one wrong. So let's say I select row 3 by accident. It won't even let me. Okay, row 4. And then switch to the worksheet name bonus. All right. Use the name box to go to B11. Now, that's very important. See, I did it the right way. I clicked on B11, but because I'm using Google Chrome, it's not accepting it. Please use Internet Explorer when you do this so that you're able to finish the lesson. Okay, so B11, if I'm in Google Chrome, it doesn't allow me to move anywhere forward on here. So the problem with that is that I can't finish the lesson. So you always want to use Internet Explorer when you're doing this lesson. I'm going to move to a different lesson. You'd want to finish this all so that you get a little check mark here that allows you to finish. Now I'm on the next lesson, changing the zoom level. All right, so I'm going to look at this. I could do the Show Me and then Let Me Try. Now, just letting you know, I don't know whether you read all the way through Teach Me. I don't know whether you watched the Show Me video, but I do know whether you finished the parts in Let Me Try. So here it says change the zoom level to 80%. All right. Change the zoom level to 120%. Zoom in on the selected cells so that they fill the window. All right. So all of this is what you were learning in the chapter. All right. You're going to go through and complete all of these until you're finished, and once you're finished, you can exit. So just letting you know you want to finish all of these, and that's the lesson. Have any questions about that, just let me know. I'm going to close this. You'll notice that I completed 0 of 17. You can come back in here and work as many times until you're finished with this one. This one has 17 tasks, so that was a really long one, but sometimes you'll have as few as 4. Now each task has several parts, so just know that sometimes these will be longer, sometimes they're shorter, but leave yourself enough time. Also notice that it goes in a weird order. It starts with 1, and then it goes to 10, 11, 12, 15, and lesson 2's down here, so be aware of that. All right, so those are the lessons. Now, in Access and in Excel, for both, you have exams that are due. If you're in Excel, you have an exam due on week 3. If you're in Access, you have your exam due on week 4. Let's look at an exam. So we're going to click on Exams, and we're going to just do the Unit 1 exam here, and click Take Exam. Okay, one of the things I want you to notice is that you have an unlimited amount of time to get this finished. So you can finish it. You can change the font size from small to medium to large, so if you need it to look a little bit bigger. Data that is cut from a cell in Excel worksheet can be pasted many times and in many locations in the same worksheet. All right, so you go through and you answer all the questions all the way down. There's 50 questions. There were 2 points each. Once you're finished with them all, you click End Exam. All right, there is some help here that you can go and ask for questions, but there is no help on Excel itself. Notice that you can have Excel open at the same time. So if you want to go and look at what you're doing in your exam, if you want to like kind of test it, you can. So have Excel open while you take your exam. If you're in Access, have Access open while you're taking your exam and answer the questions. This is unlimited, but I will tell you it's unlimited only to the point where when you click End Exam, it takes your grade. So you need to finish it all in one sitting. So make sure you sit and finish this whole thing at the one time. I'm going to go ahead and close that and finish the exam. And when it grades me for that exam. And so make sure that you have one full amount of time to sit down and do it. If you close out, you close out, and I cannot reload it for you. Okay, and then at the end of week 3 for Excel and at the end of week 4 for Access, you have some projects. So we'll click on projects here and let's just talk about how to do them. One of the things you'll notice, it says you're on your first attempt, you have 3 attempts available, and this is worth 24 points. It's actually worth 100 points. I will take the amount of points that you get and multiply to make sure that it works out to 100%. It is due, even though it says it's due by 5/6, it is not. It is due by the date that's on your syllabus, so make sure you note that. I click here on Unit 1. Now, what it says is view the instructions. So you click here to view the instructions. So you download the file for viewing the instructions. Again, you're not doing this until week 3, so just letting you know about this. You view the instructions. So I download this and I have the instructions. All right, so here's the Excel file for the instructions for your project. All right, it looks a lot like your homework. All right, that's the PDF file for that. Then it says download the start file. So we download the file here, and that gives us the file that we're going to use. You have to use this exact same file. Do not copy and paste it somewhere else or give it to anyone else, because it makes a note as you use it, and it notes whether it's been copied or moved to another computer, and it will give you a 0 if it has. So you don't want to use it anywhere else. You want to finish it right on the computer that you're using. So this is the start file. So you'll use the PDF file to work on that start file. So it says apply the Civic document theme. So let's go back here, go to page layout, and then themes, and then apply the Civic theme. Okay, so that's kind of, you're going to go through and finish it all the work there. Then you're going to come back to this spot. You can even download a solution so you can see exactly the way it's supposed to look when you're all finished. So I can look at this, and when I'm looking at it, this is exactly the way it should look before you send it to me. All right, so that's the solution file. But when you're finished, you're going to click on Browse. You're going to look for that file. So this is the file. I find the file, open. It uploads the file here, and then I click Submit My Project and close. All right, so it's grading it right now, and I can always go back and look at the grade book. And what I'm going to do is look for my project. Here's my project. Right now I've got a 0 out of 24 because I didn't finish much of it, right? So what I could do is view the project results, in detail. It shows me all the things that I did wrong. All right, well, I haven't done much right, so I want to go back and fix it. So now I could take the same file and fix the things that I did wrong, go back to my assignments, come back to my projects, and then I'm on attempt number 2. This means I've got 2 more left, and I can go all the way up to 3, and then my grade is my grade. I will take your highest score out of the 3. All right? Notice if you're in Excel, you have 5 of these to do. If you're in Access, I'm going to move over to Access right now just for a second. You only have 2 projects. You have 1 more project, but that's over on Blackboard, and we'll do it somewhere else. If you're looking at your lessons here, you have lessons just like Excel did, and if you have exams, you have exams just like Excel did. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the final. All right? Okay, so lessons, exams, and projects. Please note when they're due in the syllabus and on Blackboard so that you know, so that you're not late. You always want to hit the due date. You have 1 week to turn it in late, but then it's only worth half the points. Even though these all say 5/6, that's the date, because if I have a chance where somebody is in a hospital bed or something like that, I have the chance to let them make it up later. But I will not do that unless it's an absolute emergency. All right, if you have any more questions about Simnet, let me know. Thanks.